Hello, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I'm Pi, and today my my thoughts are around what it feels like when we kind of stretch ourselves a little bit, do something that makes us uncomfortable, maybe that we've never done before in exactly this manner. And I'm feeling a little bit of that today. Also, I'm really tired today. So yesterday was Saturday, and I've been experimenting with kind of taking Saturdays off of doing the daily video diaries, and we got to spend the whole day with family. And I stayed up too late, and I had one too many drinks, and I am very tired today. So, just also wanted to acknowledge that was amazing to have that time, and it definitely has an impact on my well-being, my physical well-being the next day. Not necessarily in a bad way. I just need to make sure that I am honoring myself and taking the time to recover. I'm gonna call it recover because I stayed, oh my gosh, do any of you ever come across this where the older you get, if you lose sleep, it's like takes days to recover from that? It's a thing for me. And that's where I'm at today. Hence the very casual, come as you are, Pi. Okay, here's the stretch that I'm finding myself in. So, I had talked about how I've invited some women to come and build this organization with me that I want to build, that's all about enriching and healing lives. And our first order of business is for all of them to meet each other. I know all of them very well, but they don't yet know each other. And so I've just been like texting with each of them and figuring out who has availability when, and trying to schedule. And one of them said, hey, maybe try using Doodle. It might make this so much easier versus going back and forth on text all over the place. So here's what's funny. Love the suggestion, and I checked it out and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can't wait to try this. This is exactly what I needed, because this was getting a little cumbersome and kind of crazy and confusing, and there must be a simpler way. Turns out there is. So I'm so excited that she suggested it and said it. At the same time, that little voice inside of me, the little voice that like talks negatively to you, that popped up, and it started saying things like, you can't even get the first meeting together without running into challenges. And it was like this, almost like, what's wrong with you? And are you sure it's gonna work? And doubt, and fear. So weird. Oh, we're scheduling a meeting. Really? And then I'm digging into this and I'm like, okay, what is the root of this? Where is this coming from? I believe it's just unexpected for me. And the reason is not because I didn't know we wouldn't be juggling and trying to figure out when things worked for everyone. Of course we would be doing that, but for over 20 years in my corporate job, the way that was done was pulling up Outlook and sending invites to other people and looking at their availability. It was all right there, and it was easy, and you click the open time slot and you send it out. And then if somebody has a conflict that wasn't on their calendar, they let you know and you just repeat. But it's visible and it's there, and it's not a thing. So in my mind, juggling schedules and availability was like this very streamlined, easy thing to do. Hence, step outside of that, structure and pattern into something that's new. And this is much more cumbersome this way because we're not all on the same network, all looking at the same thing. Lots of different ways that we can solve this. But I just wanted to acknowledge that my brain expected a particular pattern from what I was used to for 20 something years. And that is not what this was. And instead of me going silly, that's kind of a funny thing to expect or whatever. Instead of laughing about it, my brain went into this ridiculous negativity, like this act towards myself, doubt over, can you really do this if you're even having trouble? Like if the scheduling of the meeting wasn't like click, 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 click and move on. So I'm making that face at myself because come on. So I am laughing about this now, but it took me a couple of days to realize like I had gone from excitement and like this is amazing to nervousness. And I was like, what am I nervous about? And then I realized it was as trivial as this goofy scheduling scenario and what my brain did with, from the expectation to the actual execution of it being different. Okay, thanks brain, but no thanks. And I'm so excited that we have this new tool. I'm gonna check out Doodle and then, move along and not stay stuck on this. But I am really glad that I took the time to kind of self-reflect and think about where this was coming from, because it truly was a trivial thing had I not spent the time identifying where that was coming from and that one little negative thought. It just feel like it would have almost like intensified into something that is unnecessary. So how often each day do any of us do this and we don't even realize the root of it or where it's coming from or try to, consciously identify what's happening there. So one of the techniques that I've done before is I'm having the thought that I'm nervous. So then it was all of the emotions I was feeling about that and just almost like a open-ended stream of consciousness journaling. It only took me like 3 minutes. I'm feeling like I'm nervous. What is it around? It's around scheduling this meeting. And then it was like, I feel like I'm doubting myself because this is harder than what I expected. Well, why did I expect it to be easy? Well, because I'd done it this way for 20 something years and that was easy. And this is just different, not hard, but more to juggle. Oh, okay. So more to juggle. My brain translated that as hard. Wait a minute, this isn't hard. There's other ways that we can do this, problem solved. What's the most important and meaningful thing to me about this whole situation and scenario? Well, it's that I get to do meaningful work with people I love. Oh, okay. Well, then what action do I need to take to continue with meaningful, conscious actions? And it's find the new ways to schedule meetings. And also, once I got through this process, one of the things that I did, which was kind of joyful, was like, yay, I'm not in corporate America anymore and I don't have to schedule meetings that way. I am not locked into some pattern. And look, there's been some brilliant people out there in the world that created this app and this other process for making scheduling like this easy, and it's free, and I get to experiment with that and find easier ways to do things now that I'm not in that pattern. So stretch yourself. Thanks for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here and I hope it helps you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.